Welcome back to the channel. So today I've got yet another 2023 X7, the LCI Lifecycle Impulse / Refresh. It's the M60i, it's in Skyscraper Grey. So we've had this color on the X7 video before, but this time M60i guys. So I have the air suspension set to its lowest setting, which is only possible for ingress and egress. But it looks fantastic, it looks like basically a fast wagon. Let's talk about this particular X7 M60i. So we've got a lot of packages on this one. So the driving assistance professional package. Tell the lower portion of the center grille there. We've got the sensors. And we've got our faux double slot M grills with the M badging. 50th anniversary BMW M emblems as well, so it's a $200 option. Our split headlight design. I'm still not sure if I'm going to be a fan of this or not. Parking assistance package. I'm moving over to the side. So we've got our 755M wheels. They're in black. We also have the blue M Sport calipers, which are standard on the car. You can also select if you get the M Drive. You can also get black calipers if you go for the M Sport professional package. Basically, Shadowline package also eliminates most of the chrome except for the badging. Let's try it. Let's see. Skyscraper Grey looks great in the sun. Go around the back, we got our X7 badging and M60i badging in chrome. So again, gone is cerium gray. So we got Skyscraper Grey out of direct sunlight. We're approaching golden hour here, so this is really, really good looking. That metallic flicking really pops this color. Obviously it's one of the more popular colors, making its way across different models. Of course, I've already had it on M3, M4, and several other models. Let's take a look at the inside, go over options and pricing, discuss a little bit more about iDrive 8. So opening up, we're agreed with Tartufo merino leather, which looks like a really rich brown. I think it goes well with Skyscraper Grey, because obviously you can't go with red with the X7. I don't know how well that would go over with most of the crowd buying X7s. But that would be basically a classic combination. So we do have Bowers & Wilkins sound system. Back again on the X7 after some hiatus. Okay, so we have our familiar iDrive 8 instrument panel. Now I got direct sunlight, basically 45 degrees from me. The camera is exaggerating the glare. I can see this thing basically perfectly well. I don't think you guys will have much problem seeing the instrument panel or the iDrive screen in sunlight. Got a parking assistance package up here. So that includes parking assistance professional package. We'll talk about some of the features in iDrive 8 in just a second. So we have our carbon fiber interior trim, which is actually a pretty damn good deal. We've also got our illuminated sort of M badging, if you can think of it that way. It's lit up in sort of reddish color here, because I am in sport mode. You got lots of carbon fiber for your money here. So over the cup holders and the center console with our glass controls for the nub, start stop button, and iDrive controller. Parking gear down here, air suspension over to the right. All right, so let's talk about a couple of features here. So I did mention it has driving assistance professional package. Now you notice for the LCI, gone are those adjustment buttons here for the following distance. You have to do that through the iDrive. So you can turn on the system here, set the speed. So I do recommend setting up a shortcut. So you can go further into this menu here and into the driver assistance. Basically what you can do, let's see if we can go to distance control and save it. So you can go all the way to distance control and add it to a shortcut. So you can change those settings here. I've tried doing voice commands, but I couldn't quite get it to work. It didn't understand me. I tried preferred distance or distance control set to, close, medium, and far. Doesn't quite work. Other thing with speed limit assistant, you can make adjustments here when assisted driving or distance control when those systems are activated. So you have two sort of things you can do here. Let me go back up into that. So you can adjust these things, the speed limits here. So this is for highway speeds, up to 10 miles per hour above the speed limit or below the speed limit. So you can make those adjustments on the fly. So as soon as you turn on the system, hit set for the speed, it goes to, for example, 10 miles per hour over. Now below speeds 40 miles per hour, say city driving or traffic on the highway, you can make those adjustments. So assisted driving mode or distance control, you can set to up to 10 miles per hour above or below. So obviously you have different choices here depending on your speed. So pretty good feature to have, and it does work really, really well. So I'm going to turn that off. So again, I do recommend using these shortcuts. That's the best way to do it, because otherwise you have to get to those settings on the fly while driving, which can be a little bit problematic. All right, other thing to note, our steering wheel does have the M stitching again. So I'm not a fan of this for cars that are not true M's. It's just an M performance model. It does have that stitching there. But there's been choices that BMW has made that I'm sure many of us don't agree with, or perhaps even agree with. Let's go over pricing and options. So, starting price of the X7 M60i, $103,100. Paint and interior leather are included because we are using extended merino leather. Driving Assistance Pro package, another $1,700. M Sport Professional, another $300. Exec package for $2,100. Climate Comfort package for $1,600. The M Sport package Pro includes the Shadowline trim. Basically, it's sort of like a Shadowline package, you can think of it that way. A lot of things include those emblems are $200. Carbon fiber trim, $300, and you get a lot of the carbon fiber for your money. So there's a little bit on the doors as well. $3,400 for Bowers and Wilkins. And we got the wheel locks in there. So all told, MSRP of $113,815 for this particular example. You can obviously go a bit higher on some of these things. On some of the packages you can add to it and even go with paint. So Frozen Pure Gray, for example, is one you can add automatic without having to go through individual process. But again, paints for X cars at Spartanburg, they're all sort of listed. There's no sort of approval process. Pick what you want, put the form in, boom, you got your individual X vehicle. All right, we'll take one more walk around Skyscraper Grey, which again is a great color. It's almost in the golden hour here in downtown Mountain View. We did a really quick look at this car. If you have questions about iDrive 8, functionality, things like that, drop them in the comments. We'll be sure to address them and maybe even do a video covering some of those questions for you guys. But that's it for a quick tour around the X7 M60i in Skyscraper Grey. And we'll see you at the next video.